Hold on, let me turn off this. There you go. Get it a little bit cleaner. Also, let me. There you go. We're good now. I think we're good. Oh shit, I think my commentary might not like to be heavy. Give me 1 second. Yeah, what's funny is it actually has me, but it doesn't have you guys. I'm noticing that it's not making the audio blitz. Let me fix this real quick. Correct.
Yeah, as long we'll just pretend that we're there, and then if we go live, we'll just if he gets it figured out, it will just sound weird.
Right off the bat with the EX Fireball, gets him full screen. Not too much reward. They evened out on their EX meters, their drive meter.
Yeah.
All right, I think I got it set now. I think we're good.
Okay. So it was a very dominant first matchup for John's Dojo. What do you feel like the Simbi is going to have to do to change this up and make it in their favor?
It's a pretty, at least I think it's a pretty tough matchup for Ryu, just because Luke essentially plays at those same ranges that he wants to play, but he just happens to have the more rewarding normals. In Simbi's case, I would just take it slow. He is still able to establish a pretty good fireball game against Luke. If he goes for Genjin, I would avoid using it, say, for a fireball. Another thing, actually, that I've been seeing is he's got to be really careful with just how he's spending that meter. He burned himself out a couple times, and just John's Dojo was able to completely take advantage of that. But John's Dojo got the baited out EXDP and finished this game.
Yep.
As I was explaining the whole rundown.
I mean, it's gonna happen. It was a very quick, dominant round again from John's Dojo. This is a first to 3, so.
Oh, it is. Okay.
John does have to win one more. Good stuff from Simbi.
Yeah, I really liked that. Oh, I don't think that's what he wanted. I might have been trying to go for a heavy, maybe into the heavy Hasho, but still has him in the corner.
Yeah.
That's going to be a round. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a good round from Simbi. That was actually... he had himself very close to burnout, but was actually able to kind of conserve that meter throughout the rest and was able to get a one last drive rush in to finish the round.
Thankfully, like, Ryu's damage is just massive, so he was just able to use everything that he could to just close that out. But now we're kind of at the opposite end here. John completely has him in the corner now. Dominant doesn't really care about spending the meter much, just because of how great his positioning is. But now he's hanging it back just to get more drive to work with.
Yep. Oh, that's gonna be punish counter, and yep, that's gonna finish off that round. Always sucks to see the DP whip.
Yeah, stuff like that's why I play a charge character.
Fair enough.
There you go. Sorry, I think the slowdown should be fixed now. I just had to change a lot of settings in like start.gg.
Okay. Boom. All right, so we are officially on now.
No, everything's on now. Yeah. Voice is on.
Okay.
Slowdown should be cleaned up now.
All right, cool. Hello, everybody. This is Sia and Godza. We're here commentating for the X Championship Series.
Hello.
Currently, 1-0 or 2-0 John's Dojo against Sin B, and he's looking to close it out right now.
Well, we're going to Memphis, and that's not going to finish
Just
off.
barely,
just
not
a little
enough.
bit of life left. Oh,
For the throw.
He looked for a throw, wake up, and got punish countered for it. John's Dojo is going to take this
I
3-0.
completely understand though, when you're at like that little of health, just go for it. Like, go for the XDP, try to tech grab. So if you're wrong, well, it's kind of already over anyway. But if you're right, hell yeah.
It's like, if you're right, it looks really cool.
Yes.
And that's the whole aspect there. Two things you're looking to do. One, you're looking to win. Two, you want to look cool doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. But next up, it's looking at the bracket right now. We're gonna get Shogberg versus Charlos.
Yes.
Is it Charlos or Carlos?
It is Charlos.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it is Carlos, but it's just Charlos for the name.
So we have two people named Mexican, and one's a liar and playing Kimberly. Yeah, we're gonna get Cammy versus Ken. Both of these players are great. I haven't seen too much of Shogberg, but what little I've seen of him has been great. Very solid Cammy.
Very solid Cammy. I believe he was out at... Was Shogberg out at Secret Labs last week, I believe?
Yes.
As well?
Yes, I didn't go to Secret Labs, but I was watching the stream. I caught a few of the matches.
Okay.
Oh, funny thing.
And Charlos, player from Tucson, great Ken player from over there.
Yeah, I haven't had too many opportunities to play Charlos yet, as well. I've definitely, whenever I've been going over to Secret Labs, I've been playing with some people out of tournaments, typically just to get some games in with them. And we usually see some really good stuff from everybody at these tournaments.
Yeah, with sorry, I have like a sneeze coming. Like,
I know the feeling, man. It is absolutely insane.
Yeah, but anyways, Charlos, it's funny actually because I've been to the Tucson to down to the wire multiple times. We always kind of narrowly avoided each other, I think, but I've always seen him play, and he's very good. We played like a couple casuals before, but I don't recall ever playing him in bracket. Would definitely like to.
Okay, yeah. All right, so we're gonna try to do the world's fastest commentary at the beginning here.
Are we gonna see someone in the corner? I was right. We got someone in the corner.
Charlos start
Coast to coast.
Yeah. And that is blocks the XDP. And that is one thing that we see with a lot of the different characters here. A lot of people have very good corner carry.
Oh yeah. That's going to be something shared with most of the really good meta picks is just how good their corner carry is. Ken, I think, there's really no one better than him in that department.
Oh, it's very, very true, especially if you're going to get, like any of the Tatsumakis out there, it's going to have massive corner carry for any of those.
Caught that back heavy kick. Good reaction on Charles's part.
Mm-hmm. Dash. Oh, that whipping that didn't get anything out of it, but he does. But Shockberg does get the corner, but it's burnt out now as well.
Yeah, very rough position I think for Shockberg. Charles can't really throw too many fireballs. I can see Shockberg absolutely buffering that level 3.
Yeah. I do see that with some carries. They will buffer that level 3. He could also do a good spinning knuckle to get in as well through those fireballs. Oh, is that gonna whiff? That's gonna whiff.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be way too forward.
But didn't get any punish out of it.
And drop the target combo into the run Tatsu.
Oh, Shockberg was looking for a crossover, but he got DP'd for it.
The overhead.
You don't see too many Kens go for the overhead.
I know of one Ken. Another Arizona Ken that loves that overhead. A certain one by the name of Driftwood.
Yes. I believe, yeah, actually, I believe I did see Driftwood throw some of those overheads last week on stream, and most kids that I see don't really go for that overhead, but we do see a little bit more here in the AZ scene from what I've been seeing.
It's a good option. Really, just the threat of it, I think, is great to have, and I do think it's something that needs to be used more.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, Schogberg really just having Charlos locked down in that corner, but Charlos got that DP and is back to the same position and a poke for the round.
I mean, Schogberg in that case was in a very good spot. Didn't really need to do too much because of the life lead that he had.
I agree.
And just looked for a good way to close it out as Carlos starts off really quick, gets massive corner carry.
This perfect parry doesn't take him to the back corner.
Chooses to use his corner carry to go over to the other corner and
Yeah.
keep him and basically in front of him. That's gonna hit. Interesting use for level 3 here.
Not going to be enough to burn out though.
No. But Charles does have a decent amount of time to maybe build up some more meter. Oh, there's the activation.
He was ready
that's
for it.
Caught. And that's gonna be round. That's good because that's CA.
Yeah, so 1-1.
Nope. You gotta love when you call those fireballs just perfectly, and you get to go right through it.
Oh, yeah, you're just not allowed to throw any against Cammy. I know that all too well.
Oh, spin knuckle goes through the fireball, and there's your other option of why you don't throw fireballs against Cammy.
Goes for that side switch mix-up, which I've been seeing actually a lot more of Cammys do. It's so good.
It is really good. I don't know how much I really liked it in this particular situation because it did get him stuck in the corner, and Charlos has been able to turn this round to his favor massively. Very close. Both of them pretty much on one hit. Oh, good whiff punish from Schogberg. Taking the round.
Good DP.
Oh, how late in that falling animation was that DP coming out?
It was very, really good reaction on Charlos's part. Is he going to go for level 3? And does not go for it and whiffs his throw. Now he's just in that position. But they just keep trading places into the corner.
They do. And right now, good choice from Charlos. Was able just to get the normals and to activate into a DP to take the round. Was able to save a level 3. Both of them have level 3 going in this last round. Good low forward from Schogberg.
Right, goes for the side switch. No super.
No, a little. You just see it right there. Schogberg's just buffering, waiting for a fireball.
Now he's going for super. Get that drive meter back.
Yep. And this is going to be a good thing. It's not obviously Schogberg still has the drive meter lead for the moment, but at least getting a little bit of your bar back is very important. Good use of the XDP.
Oh no, that might be enough because of Ken's recovery. Yeah.
Yep. Ken has a lot of recovery on his fireball. Very punishable, even up close. You cannot just throw his fireball out.
Only 2 frames extra, actually, compared to Ryu.
Yeah. But it's just those 2 frames that usually allows him to get punished a lot more.
Yeah.
As Schogberg goes up 2-1.
The jab conversions into spiral arrow, into a strike throw mix-up. Chugber's really been on point with those dive kicks. Like Charles has made some great anti-airs, but he's just not been able to really be ready for them.
Yeah, and that is that fireball just threw a slow enough fireball to catch that dive kick.
It's satisfying to do that.
Oh, I cannot tell you how many times, how satisfying it is anytime I do it with Sean against somebody.
Yeah.
Now that was a standing forward. Can he drive rush off of that?
Standing forward, I'm not entirely sure actually.
Okay.
There was a sneeze. Wow, finally.
Well, he got the sneeze. Let's go.
Yeah.
We've been doing like cleaning around the house, and it's like just been super dusty. And now I'm suffering finally from it. Oh no! Cammy was ready.
It was a good call to want to go for a drive impact there, but Schogberg had his own drive impact in order. That is going to be a level 3 end round and match.
Yeah, you always feel that temptation of just like, I can DI this, and Cammy just always recovers fast enough to bait it out.
It is very true. Like, the only thing you can really do in the terms of DIing that spinning knuckle is you've got to literally call it like within the first few frames of it coming out.
Yeah, that's why I don't. Yeah, that's why I don't consider it really a reliable option. Not anymore, at least, because I used to try and go for it a lot.
Oh yeah, in the early days of Street Fighter 6, a lot of people would be going after that spinning knuckle. And then people started realizing it's like, you know what, I can really only do this within the first like couple of frames. So I'm only going to do this if I can actually call it. Like, it's awesome when you get it right, but 9 times out of 10 now, you are going to get destroyed for it.
Yeah. I'm going to be right back real quick. I'm just going to grab just tissues.
Sounds good, man.
Yep.
All right, so in terms of going into the winner's side, Schogberg goes off to winner's finals. He'll be facing John Stojo a little bit later on. Up next here is going to be Sim B going up against Bubba Mode.
All right, I'm back. Good thing
Welcome
the
back.
match hasn't started yet.
It has not. So we have our first appearance of the day from Bubba Mode.
Manon from... He is a Tucson player, right?
I believe so, actually.
If it's the person I'm thinking of...
Yes, Bubba Mode
then...
is from Tucson.
Okay, cool. I believe they also have other characters besides Manon. I'm not entirely sure, though.
Let us begin.
All right, so we do have Manon versus Ryu. As we have the world's fastest start.
Yes. Almost as fast as Manon's not anti-air, her overhead.
Yes. So Bubba Mode's just looking, it's just been kind of dancing around. Now has the corner. Simbi is not wanting to be stuck in there.
Yeah, hasn't tried going for any medals. Oh, there's the first one. Ends the round with it.
As you say it, the first medal has been taken. And here's and the thing with Manon, like she can actually just combo into a lot of that's going to be a bad or a good block DP from Bubba Mode, and keep in the corner. There's that overhead.
Oh, goes into the level 3, and that's going to be the first game.
It's like it's nice to be able to always go for a command grab with Manon if possible. Though there are certain command grabs of hers that can actually just be blocked if it's not in combo.
Yes, she hit grabs.
Yes.
Yeah, those she can combo into pretty okay. That's really the more consistent way to get medals. It's just they don't really do a whole lot of damage. She really goes for them if she wants, well, as much Oki as Manon can get. Like, actually, that combo she did right there.
Yeah. And it is, like you mentioned before, it's a great way of building up the medals. Even though they don't do a lot of damage, if you can build up those medals and get the command grab a little bit later for the really big damage from Manon.
Yeah, now she's like far enough that she's gonna do like a tiny bit more damage than your typical SPD.
Yeah. Oh.
Just barely, dang.
Simbi is the one in burnout now, so he's just trying to stay away. He's almost out of there. Doesn't matter. Goes for a low forward.
Yeah, Simbi does need to be careful about those jump ins though, because Manon has a surprisingly really good jump in or anti-air.
She does, honestly, and and you don't expect that from grapplers or non-fireball characters to have a good,
but
yeah, to have a good anti-air. But Manon does actually have a pretty good one.
Charges up Denjin, burns himself out again.
He does have a decent life lead though. That can be easily turned around here, especially with a medal.
Oh, was ready for that. Now we're gonna get much more big damage.
Oh,
drops the combo to bait him. That was really good.
That was a great choice. Oh, that actually activated the wall, and he got stunned out of that.
Now we have a Manon with 5 medals, full meter.
This is gonna be This is gonna be dangerous here. Like, if it were me in this fight right now, I would just be trying to stay away because there's the first throw.
Yeah, and Ryu does actually have pretty good tools to do that. Like Manon's anti-fireball move, that little spin, isn't really the best unless she's spending meter, and oh no. Wanted the hit confirm there, but missed it. But didn't get punished that hard for it.
Yep. Oh, that's gonna be...
That's game 2.
Yep, that's gonna be game 2. As Ryu goes for a dance. Oh!
That didn't kill? Okay, that shipped out.
Well, let's be fair about that. We just lost our channel points. Well, ultimately still right. It was it's still game 2 to bubble mode.
Yes. Simbi just really looking to try and move in on Bubba mode, try to find that way to get in close. But I do think you can play more of a mid to long range game pretty effectively against Manon. Just between her pretty inconsistent anti-fireball moves and her drive rush isn't very good as far as covering distance. So you can really just like, launch her across the screen and make her play a platformer.
Yeah, and I do think that is probably one of the hardest things for most Manons to do, is they should be the ones really having to force themselves in, versus someone trying to get close to Manon itself. That's gonna be an activation into level 3.
Will not kill, but it's gonna be very close.
Yes.
And Bubba mode at 4 medals already. Gets the punish. Missed it. Okay, well, he got the 3rd game.
He did get the 3rd game. He did get the 3rd game. Won this one 3-0.
Yes. Pretty dominant 3-0. Bubba mode is going to be moving on to loser semis.
Mm-hmm.
And we failed to retrieve the spectating data from her victory.
Row. And
who do we have next? We have Charlos again, and going up against Freezy. Yep. Freezy defeated Drunk Jamie Overload to get here, 3-1.
Yep, and also defeated Powerwalk before that, 2-0. Now Freezy is pretty much our resident. Is like, who am I going to be playing this week? Freezy has multiple characters at this point in time. that I would say are at a pretty decent level. Was rolling with Chun for a while, but now since Ed has come out, he's been rolling with Ed this entire time, and actually has been doing pretty good with him.
Yes, his Ed is looking great. Really showing the potential of the character. I really don't know what he's going to really stick with. Whether it is Chun. I mean, Chun's in a fantastic spot right now.
Yeah.
That was a super weird cross up. I didn't even know that button can cross up.
The more you know.
Yes, but yes, has Charlos in the corner right now, trying to get that strike throw game going on.
Yes.
Oh, with the flickers.
And the weird thing that, like, I don't know how you feel about Ed in general, but he feels a little bit weird as a boxer where it's not all about the up close game. It's actually kind of a mid range game for him. Almost.
Ed is a zoner, straight up. Like it really is a huge contrast from how he played actually in 5. Like he was I would consider him like a hit and run character back in 5, and he does have a bit of those elements here, but was not expecting a boxer character to become a zoner, which hats off to them. He's very fun to watch.
Yes. And we've been seeing that you know, Charlos has not been recognizing whenever he gets caught with the capture, even on block, that, you know, Freezy is just going for grabs right now. And he does, and Ed does have a lot of options there. It is usually positive in most cases off of his capture maneuver, but you could definitely tech those grabs if that's what's going to be happening.
Yes. I'm more leaning towards the take the throw most of the time, but I get it. Like if you're in low health,
it's one of those weird things, and maybe this comes from an area from watching a lot of DOA, and also playing a lot of DOA. It's one of those guessing games that, like, are you willing to be wrong about it? But if you're right, it's awesome.
Carlos taking him to the corner, but then walking back out. And Freezy was able to just take full advantage of that, getting that juggle in.
Freezy looked very dominant in the first match, looking dominant right here as well. Charles is like, it's in a weird spot because you expect as the fireball character to be the one to actually keep the distance and be an advantage, but I think Ed's actually at the advantage here.
Yes, I mean, between health, and he has the threat of his... Is that his flicker? I forget, like, just the longer range, like, the normals.
Capture, well, the capture, I believe, is the flicker.
Yeah. I remember, I'm literally thinking of stuff from Street Fighter V, Ed, so, like, I'm still trying to remember what's here.
Fair enough. Well, and that was 2 instances where Charles was looking for parry.
We're gonna see no SA2 there, but we'll burn him out. Nope, doesn't need to. Never mind.
Just uses an EX. Does burn himself out for it, but you know, it was effective. It was an effective burnout.
Yes.
Freezy up 2-0.
It's a crosscut DP.
Now I feel like he was too far away to be able to actually punish that. But what is Ken on block for his overhead?
His overhead, I believe he is -1 or 2. Actually,
Okay.
he might be -3.
Okay, so he's still safe.
Yeah, he is safe on block on the overhead. Yeah, I don't know exactly much. It's like -1 to 3. I think it's -3.
Okay.
Well, actually, I have my phone right here.
Oh, that. Okay, Freezy's now
Good
burned out.
DP
Stuck in
and
the corner.
yes. I was going to say time to guess Freezy, and he guessed right.
That is an absolutely great guess, going for a level 1 just to finish off the round, assuming that the DI was coming.
He was ready for it, and now he's at match points.
Oh.
Got Charlos in the mix.
That just doesn't feel fair. It's like, you know what? I have a fireball I could throw, but I'm going to do this thing to take your fireball away. Then I'm going to throw the fireball.
It's to make up for the fact that he has no overhead, of course.
Yes, of course. That's not going to go to level 3. That will
go.
It is going to go ahead and use Ken as a punching bag to finish off the round. Big punch.
Letting Ken know, this happened to you because I don't have an overhead. I deserve this.
It's overhead? Who needs an overhead? No one. It's like, Ed's like, why are people so on about overheads?
It's a good tool to have. You know, Cammy doesn't have one.
Yeah. I mean, I guess dive kick can technically work as an overhead.
Kinda, yeah. But Freezy will be moving on. Great 3-0, and we are going to get. Looks like we're going into winners finals now with
Yes.
John's Dojo versus Shogberg. I believe there's no space in John's Dojo.
Not sure about that.
There we go.
I think that's going to be one of those things where we have to ask John whether or not there's places in the dojo. Hopefully there is for people to be able to learn.
I'm honestly, I didn't catch his club. Is his club perhaps another one of his dojos, or is he representing a different dojo on top of his own dojo?
I don't know. I mean, to be real, I've only really joined one club in Street Fighter 6.
Could John's Dojo actually just be a money laundering scheme for another dojo?
I mean, that is a good possibility. I mean, this could just be a way to clean up the money that he has. It's like, you gotta make that stuff clean, man.
Speaking of cleanly taking Shogberg into the corner, as we saw in that super fast replay.
Yeah.
Already burning out Cammy.
So, and that is what, like, even though Shogberg didn't take too much damage there, got stuck in burnout, but just because of the fact that he had to continually block everything that John's Dojo was throwing at him.
It's just so interesting to me because Luke, when you really look at Luke as a character, his mixed-up game isn't anything particularly, like, that insane. Like, he's more or less a Shoto. Shotos are gonna, like, besides Ken, I guess, but are gonna have a pretty basic mix-up game, but he's just so oppressive, like, despite that.
Like, for what he lacks in a good mix-up game, he just makes up for in his buttons in general. It really is the case with Luke.
Like that phrase, everything but the kitchen sink, it applies to Luke to a T, and a very dominant second round there.
Yeah. Oh, Shogberg was looking to stop the jump in with that standing medium, or that standing forward. Just got destroyed for it, though.
Yeah, went for that frame kill and just completely keeping up the damage and pressure, and this is gonna close it out.
And that's gonna be perfect as well. Perfect KO.
Luke wins. Round 1.
Gonna go right away into game 2.
Now, that spear that Luke does to start off is level 3. Whose spear would you consider that more of? Would you consider that Adam Copeland? Roman Reigns? Maybe Braun Breaker? I don't know.
We can go further back, like, perhaps Rhino?
Oh, yeah, Gore. Absolutely, Rhino.
Oh. That meaty fireball. And everything we were talking about earlier, just Cammy being so ready for just having like such a fantastic anti-fireball tool. I just love how so many anti-fireball tools, the rules around them just don't matter against Sandblast.
Yeah. I mean, Sandblast, it definitely is one of those fireballs that and good usage there of the secondary part of the DP for John's Dojo to take that round.
Yeah, literally those situations are there to remind you, hey, yeah, I have this.
It's like, you think you're okay. No, you're not okay.
Oh, goes for the overhead, goes for a punish counter throw. John's Dojo. Shockberg burning himself out there, trying to go for that throw mix-up. Not sure if that would be worth it, given the position, and John's Dojo was able to close it out.
Yeah.
2-0.
2-0. And if you've been noticing that John's Dojo, he's not throwing a lot of Sandblast out there in general. He doesn't feel like he needs it. And also just stopping the whole aspect that Cammy does have a very good anti-fireball game.
Yeah, he's opting more to just move in, really just take advantage of Luke's normals here, which actually I think is a great idea. And he's been able to be ready for any, at least most of Shockberg's mix-ups here.
Just using that drive rush, and look at the amount of damage that he got off of them.
Dojo not doing anything crazy, just keeping that fear of God in Shockberg there.
Shockberg a little bit right. Oh, found that little opening in between the string there, and John's Dojo just EXDPs his way out of it for the round. Both with him, bro.
Gosh, I hate that when that happens.
It just looks so awkward, and then as we saw, one person is always going to get the advantage. In this case, it was John's Dojo with Luke.
Yeah.
So it's like both of us with the throw. What are we supposed to do here? I don't know. Throw a button.
No, he got that standing medium kick ready to beat out Spin Knuckle.
Yeah. Shockberg's in burnout again. This is going to keep him there for a lot longer as well, and give some more drive gauge back to John's Dojo.
He can't get too complacent though, since Shockberg does have level 3 ready. So we'll see what he does. Goes for EXDP, just beat out anything, get that checkmate scenario in.
Yeah, that was going to definitely be a situation where you have to throw out something that's going to be invincible there upon wake up. Shockberg did not do that, and John's Dojo would have probably just taken that even if it was off a chip damage.
Yep. But that is a 3-0 for John's Dojo. Another dominant game. We've had a lot of 3-0s. Like, I'm looking at the bracket now. 3-0, 3-1, 3-0, 3-0. We'll see how this next match goes with Bubba Mode versus Freezy.
Yep. And this is going to be a loser semis. Still going to be first to 3, much like everything we do here in top 8.
Yep.
Now, Freezy did get sent down to losers by John's Dojo earlier in the tournament. That was done off of the off stream. Based off of what we had seen, well, what we saw with Freezy against Charlos was very dominant, but it does look like Freezy was pretty dominant against his other matchups as well, getting here.
Yes. But we'll see how he does against Manon. I actually know, now, obviously Ed's still pretty new, so Freezy's still learning at matches, but I know he's not particularly a fan of fighting Manon.
Manon is just one of those characters. It's like, a lot of people don't feel like she's like super good, but they don't really want to face her.
I'm in that same department. She's not very fun to fight, but I mean that's how it is when you're fighting a grappler.
Yeah, it really falls under one of those areas as Freezy takes this one very dominantly. It falls under one of those aspects of fighting a grappler, much like fighting Zangief. It's like, you know you can win this, but you don't want this matchup.
Yeah. Speaking of which, like, I would... Yeah, give me Geef. I'll take Geef over Minon.
Geef. Well, yeah, I would probably say at least you know the damage is consistent.
Yeah, that's definitely one reason. Oh, and that jump in is just so massive. And I'm sure that's going to be a bigger problem since Ed's anti-airs are pretty slow. Bobo getting that counter DI and now has all 5 medals ready, and he just does it again.
Does not care whatsoever, is willing to go for burnout.
Oh, and that's level 3, gets the first game.
Wow.
Freezy had me a little worried there when he opted for the safe jump, but it worked out completely in his favor. Going right away into game 2.
Yup. Now that was a great shimmy from Bubba Mode there.
Yeah.
To get a whiff punish.
Something I've been seeing from Bubba Mode, actually, just from what I remember actually from his last match, is he, the reason why I think he's not opting to go for the hit grab and get a medal is he's trying to go for the corner carry.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually a good strategy. I did not think of that.
Yeah.
But Freezy just keeping the pressure on him there.
Very much so. Freezy looking dominant again, and you'd be absolutely right about corner carry in this game in general. Just for anybody, if you have a chance to get them to the corner or get some extra distance there, you should absolutely go for it. This corner is so much more dangerous than it is in any other Street Fighter, and maybe in any other 2D fighter that I've really seen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't play like many of the other titles, so I think anyone like more experienced could probably like explain it better. But for sure, this is probably the most dangerous the corner has been in any Street Fighter game.
Yeah,
and that is saying something.
Yeah, because it's one of those situations where they've taken away, with the exception of course crouching, they've taken away the whole aspect of like someone jumping in and being able to position in the corner.
Also game 2 for Freezy.
Exactly. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
And just it just feels so dangerous. Playing some of the other 2D fighters, I've never felt more in danger in the corner than really in 6, but I'm sure there's probably a couple of other games that would probably be just as similar about that. Cool. Easy, looking dominant.
Oh, could have been a very bad whip punish.
It could have been, and Freezy lucked out there of not getting whip punished off of a grab.
Yeah, Freezy's trademark perfect parry anti-airs.
Yep, and just like perfect parrying a lot of different things, honestly.
Yes, I've not seen anyone else in the scene be as consistent with perfect parries as him. And now he's at match point.
Oh, just drive rushes in to start off the round. It's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to get right up in base now.
Yeah.
Trading throws and trading the corner. Pabumo was not ready for that.
And he was not ready for that. This is gonna be it, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be
it. There it is.
And it looks like Freezy's gonna make him watch. So he may have needed a level 3 there, honestly.
Could have also perhaps went for level 2. Definitely a lot of damage you can get off that, but he got another dominant finish there. 3-0 for Freezy. He's going to be moving on to losers finals against Schogberg.
Alright, so we're going to have Ed v. Cammy here. Schogberg is... Schogberg is making him wait. Making sure Freezy's cooled down a little bit. Because he's been on fire in the last couple of matches.
Yes.
This will be in these terms of is Schogberg trying to ice the kicker? If you're into any type of American football.
And watch it just be something simple like, oh, I was just grabbing a drink.
Yeah, exactly.
So now we're caught up. We see Schogberg almost at burnout. And Freezy taking him to the corner with the strike throw mix.
And there's good usage of Ed's anti-air there.
Yes.
And from what I've seen is, like, if you're going to be using that anti-air, you shouldn't even be using any of the other ones because he steps forward too much for those other ones.
Yeah.
Good little chunk of damage from Schogberg.
Oh, goes for the SA2 juggles.
Oh, it looks like he does have those juggles too. Oh my goodness. And the corner carry from those juggles.
Picking a page or two out of Dask's book.
Oh, good
That's
whip
good.
punish from Freezy, and that's going to be round.
Nice finish for game one.
Yep. Ooh. Not something you see too much from people when they block spin knuckle is go for a parry in that situation.
It is a very good option, actually. Of course, it's Freezy, so he's... Just assume he's going to get the perfect parry. But, yeah, it's a solid option. And a relatively safe one, too. Definitely, I think, safer than trying to poke it out with a button. Or counter DI.
Yeah, I was about to say, at this point, like a spin knuckle, though I don't believe is positive, is very safe and usually can get another button.
I believe one of the versions is plus on block.
It might be the heavy version.
Yes. Let me see.
Much like Kid's Dragon Lash, the heavy one is positive.
Yes, her heavy is +2.
Okay. Oh. Schogberg not doing a lot of damage, just looking to get himself out of the corner though. Does
Yes.
at least do that for, give him a little bit of space. Oh, Freezy just stuffed a spin knuckle with his own move, taking that round. Schogberg has been recognizing those throws, and that's the second time off the flicker that he is caught in the XD. But Freezy just got mad because of that. It's like, screw it, level 3 for you.
His ability just to convert damage from far away. I know that's part of Ed's design, but really great awareness on Freezy's part. I gotta give him props for that. Watch him say it's something like, "Oh, it's so easy."
Well, one thing Freezy did tell me while I was playing some games with him, when we were both actually playing some a little bit of Kin, he says he's more of a visual learner, so he sees it and so he tries.
Oh, and Schogberg getting that game one.
Is gonna get that game.
Yeah, you were
1-1.
You were seeing there, like, Freezy just was constantly trying to chase him down with the drive rush, and Schogberg was just ready every single time with a jump button. Just getting too antsy there.
Yeah. And that does happen, and that just happens in tournaments sometimes. You'll get, it's like you get one thing in your mind that want to try to take the round, and the other person's just gonna be able to recognize it. It's like, no, this isn't happening. As Schogberg has got the corner.
Oh, had guessed wrong on the EXDP.
Yeah. Good parry from Freezy. So Shockberg is stuck in burnout right now. So let's see.
Oh no!
I love the jump from Freezy there. Nope. I was about to say, is he gonna try to go for DI even though it could?
Shockberg just narrowly finding that opening.
Yeah. Now, that's the third time. That's the third time he's got caught with Flicker, and it's like, I'm gonna EXDP and you're gonna eat this.
Shockberg making great adjustments so far. Now he's really kind of keeping Freezy at bay and even punishing his super, or his fireball.
Yep.
Almost has him at burnout. And there we go. Game two for Shockberg.
Didn't even need to put him in burnout, just got the hit, took the round.
See what adjustments Freezy's gonna make here.
You can definitely tell Freezy took a couple of seconds to...
Yes, it did take a little bit longer than usual.
Now, in fairness, you have about 10 seconds inside of the here to really make up your mind.
Yeah, you are allowed to leave.
Okay.
Yeah. Like for character switches, like it's fine, and people will go out of it to collect themselves too.
Okay. Oh, that was a very good punish counter from Freezy. Looks like he's just trying to be a little bit more patient about it now. It's paying off for him.
Yes. Oh, I am not sure if that's punishable or not. Maybe like that specific version wasn't, but then Freezy getting the round just with a safe bet on his EXDP, because I think that would have been enough to chip as well. A sort of safe jump.
Alright, and Shockberg ended out getting EXDP to kind of stop the pressure for a brief moment. Though it feels like that Freezy is definitely adjusting himself, and he, like, these areas where he's drive rushing and getting hits now, he was not getting those before because Shockberg was just ready for it. I think he's just changed up his timing on those drive rushes.
Yeah. And there we go. Freezy getting his second game, tying it up 2-2. And looking over the bracket, this is actually our first 2-2 of the tournament.
Yep, we did have a few 2-1s in the off-stream time, but we have not gone to a 2-2 at a best of 5.
And now we're at Ed's home turf. See if that provides some advantage that Shockberg literally cannot see right now.
Exactly. Like, whatever stage they ended up getting is what they've been playing on this entire time. We just get something new each time when we're spectating.
I believe we actually, like, the game does have us see whatever player one's on.
Oh.
But, wow, whiffs that EXDP, burns himself out, and Freezy is just going to have a great time.
Yeah, I actually love that adjustment because Freezy's been hit like 2 or 3 different times with EXDP off of the flicker. This time he just neutral jumped and got massive damage out of it.
It's actually a randomized stage for spectator. Player one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're seeing the same stages.
Yeah.
Look at me spreading misinformation. But a great round for Freezy there. Keeping Shockberg at bay.
Shockberg's not sure what to necessarily do about after flicker now with the neutral jump.
Something I noticed, like I only realized until now, like Freezy or Ed specifically, his throws send the opponent full screen, so it just gives him that perfect positioning to just set up kind of his zoning game, keep the opponent at bay, and that's going to be a level 3, and this should be enough to kill.
I think it is still enough, even though we did get this off of a perfect parry. Yes,
There it is. Freezy takes it 3-2.
And this was one of those matchups where you saw Schogberg make the adjustments after that first match, going right into and taking the next two matches, but Freezy just made slight adjustments of his own to make sure that he ended up taking the following two matches to take this 3-2.
And now we are in grand finals. John's Dojo versus
Yes.
Freezy.
Yes. So we did not see how this match went earlier, but John's Dojo did take it 2-1 in the winner's quarterfinal. So we'll see if there's been adjustments that have been made. Is John's Dojo a little bit cold right now because, you know, he's been kind of sitting there while Freezy's been going through the gauntlet?
Or maybe he was in the dojo meditating, really just attaining that inner warrior,
Yeah.
let's say. Being ready to win any matchup, especially good matchups, because Luke has no bad matchups.
Honestly, you usually end up seeing that in most Street Fighter games. There's always going to be that one character where it just doesn't feel like there's a bad matchup
Yeah.
at all. Luke happens to be that guy here.
What's actually wild about 6? I think could be like multiple characters that could even fit that category.
And that is true. We do see John's Dojo throwing out a few more sandblasts here, though Freezy is taking a very early life lead, but just ate a couple of sandblasts.
Yeah.
For
Freezy just trying to stay at bay. He can't completely play the fireball game against Luke. Just his fireball really is just not designed for that. And he got hit by that DI. Burnt out. Tough position for him. Doubly so since John's Dojo has level 1 ready. And this might be the first round.
It is. It looks like it's going to be, yeah. And he's going to spend a level 1 just to make sure of it.
Yeah.
Freezy did have the cross up there, but ended up dropping the combo, and it just led to John's Dojo being able to take the round. Oh,
There's that perfect parry. Gets John's Dojo in the corner, and that deep, meaty DI. I love seeing setups like that.
It is so satisfying when you can actually pull them off. Oh, what does it?
As for the safe jump, ready to burn John's Dojo out. It gets the stun. This is going to be round 2.
Yeah, it is. Interesting thing about Ed's charge up punch that if it's mid-screen, he actually changes position, but if they're in the corner, he does not cross over.
Yeah, and it ends up extremely positive.
Oh, John's Dojo likes to use level 3 this early in the round.
Get that massive life lead, and Freezy is very close to burnout.
Yeah.
Oh no! Freezy getting too antsy with the level 3. John's Dojo walling him out, and with a perfect first game going to John's Dojo.
And I believe everybody in today's tournament hasn't qualified yet.
Let me look it over. Yes, there's nobody in this tournament that is currently qualified for top 8 in X Championship Series.
Okay.
Oh, got that. Narrowly missed that throw. Luke was just way too high there.
Yep. And Freezy was very lucky to not get punched or gets that perfect parry, and then also that nice little cross up as well. I believe that's just Ed's jumping light. Is that cross up?
Oh, this is rounds going to Freezy.
It is. It was looking very good for John's JoJo at the beginning, but Freezy turned it around. Just got that corner, was able to take full advantage of it.
Yeah, something I see is I said earlier that Ed's fireball isn't particularly good as far as zoning. Because of that first hit, though, it kind of is actually really good as like an anti fireball tool.
It is.
Bit like Guile's Sonic Blade.
That is very true for something like that. And honestly, it may be the best way for Ed to actually play a fireball game is to time it. Oh, Freezy wanted that DI, but John's Dojo was having none of it.
Gets him burnt out. This is a great spot for John's Dojo.
Because both are in burnout, but John's Dojo's not going to be there much longer.
And something I always said, like, Luke does not care about being in burnout just because of how strong his tools are. He definitely can still pressure you. He's just that well-rounded.
Very true.
And if he has, even more so, if he happens to have level 1 stocked.
Which, by some point in this round, I will imagine we'll still have at least a level 1 for John's Dojo. Actually, it's very close to having it right now.
Yeah, they're about the same level of health. Freezy just, oh, now a slightly more, or I should say less health.
Both
Freezy just trying to look for that opening, but it seems like he finally has it. Wasn't able to keep the pressure going there, and John's Dojo whiff punishing him.
Yep. Again, just barely walking back just that little bit to get the whiff punish.
John's Dojo low enough that time to get the perfect parry punish.
Freezy
Now,
opted for the level 3.
Yeah, trying to burn him out, which is pretty. I agree with it.
I will agree with it. We did mention that that Luke is still very dangerous to level 3, but you still want that burn. Oh, level 2 for you.
Right, still overall in his favor. Just gonna. Oh no, the extra dash.
It was just that little extra dash. Maybe he was looking to dash in and get an upcut, but got one extra dash to go along with it.
Yeah.
It just got caught with a jump in.
And now John's Dojo at tournament point.
Yes. This is a very precarious spot for Freezy to be in. He's down 2-0. He needs to win the next 3. And not just that, but need to win 3 more after that.
Yeah. John's Dojo just opting to kind of take more risks here.
You could definitely feel that John's Dojo knows, like, he's in that 2-0 situation. He can play around a little bit more. He's just loosened up his game even more than where it was at before.
Oh, tried to go for the meaty DI, did not work out. Misjudged his distance there.
And that was just a great call from John's Dojo. Recognized that Ed was going for a fireball. It's like, well, I've got this super. So
Yeah, I think even if Freezy did not opt to go for the actual fireball, I think it probably would have still punished.
Yeah, I do feel like it would have there, but not 100% certain. So just dashing up, getting a nice little throw. Oh, with the throw, didn't get punished for it though.
Oh no! Whiffed that double throw whiff again.
That awkward moment when you both whip the throw.
Freezy trying to burn him out now, but it really needs to be careful about just his super stocked right now.
At this point, John's Dojo has 2 level 1s, 3 level.
Oh, well, he's buffering it. You can see just level 1 or 3.
Something's gonna happen.
Freezy almost had the punish there. just mistimed it slightly.
Just
No, mistimed his super.
He was looking
And
for it. Didn't get
There it is. There is our. That's the tournament. John's Dojo takes it 3-1 over Free.